All right, welcome to another video. I'm Bat Yodi. Today we're gonna do the first oil change on a 2020 Honda TRX420FM1 4x right here. It's brand new, so this is gonna be a video just doing the oil change from start to finish. One thing you're gonna want to do is start the engine, let it run for about 5 minutes or so, and then turn it off, and then you'll be all set. And by the way, I don't own the rights to any of these musics. That's on a channel. You can look it up, Pandora, ZZ Top channel. That's my 5-year-old. You're doing a podcast? Okay. All right. So to get started, what you're going to need is 2.5 or 2.9 quarts of oil. The oil filter. It's the oil filter right here, 15412 HM5A10. That's your oil filter. This right here is the small oil ring, and I'll show you once I get onto it. For the oil filter, it actually goes onto the engine there. I got another one of these. If you've seen my video on the oil change on the 230, then you know I always buy extra of these. Always have them when you do your oil change. You don't want to get into an oil change and then need it. This right here is the crush washer for the drain plug. Can you put me on your slide? And then I'll show you on that too as well. And then just like the 230 and everything else, the big O-rings that go on the housing for the oil filter. You're gonna need a drain pan, and you're gonna need a funnel. So to get the plastics off, everybody's like, "Oh, I gotta take all these off." You don't get too crazy with it. Just pop the seat. Obviously, this doesn't come with the quad. This is something I bought outdoors for my 5-year-old, so she can ride with me. Pop the seat off. As you can tell, it's going to be a little dirty. Just put that down. You're not going to need that. Once you don't have to take this off or this off. Hopefully, you can see it in the video and the camera. You don't have to take any of these off. All right. So this just pops out. See? Pops out, and then you're gonna have one in the middle, and then the bottom pops up. One up top. There. And then same thing on the other side. So once again, pop that off. There's one in the middle. And then get these to pop. There we go. Then we can just work it off there. There you go. You can take the plastic off just like that. Nice and simple. I mean, if you want to get crazy, you want to take off all the plastics they had, then you have to take these off. And then I suggest getting these little deals. I don't know what they're called. Plastic clips or whatever. Get a bunch of these because they break all the time. All right, so first thing, just release the pressure. That's where you check your oil or whatnot. So as you can tell, mine's pretty clean still because like I said, it's the first oil change. So that's where that's located. Then on this side is your oil filter. I guess I should have washed it first a little bit better, but I went for a light run and then pop this off and wash it more. Like I said in the video though, you want to start off by running it for at least 5 minutes. Give it a minute or two to cool down. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna need some wrenches too. So I'll grab this, and then we're gonna need a torque wrench. Because I'm all about torquing things when they're required to be torqued. So for the drain plug, throw that down there. It's probably going to be 17 for the drain plug. And I get a deep well. It's better to have longer than not needed. That's what she said. All right, let's see if I got a 17 in here. 15. 14. All right. So we're going to have to use the Irish socket. I'm kidding. Irish guys have big you-know-whats too. We'll just put an extender on there. So make sure it's set to off. You don't want to tighten it any more than need be, because then you're just really working against yourself. And as you can see, I am still healing from my broken wrist. And I went riding the other day, so now I got an extra lump. I'm making a video on how to do an oil change on one of these. Cool, huh? What are you doing? Oh, you go, girl. Cool, careful. Watch it. Not very what? Oh. Get some paper towels. As you can tell, my daughter's going to be talking to me throughout this video, and if you don't like it, change the video. Because I don't really care. She's my 5-year-old, and if she wants to talk to me, I'm going to talk to her. Okay, you take a ride. I don't know how far you're going to go like that, but... All right. Like I said, broke the wrist on that. I got an extra lump here from riding the other day on this. I was like, oh, I'm ready. You know, take a nice easy ride. And I had a log wrong and tweaked it a bit. So I figure now is the time to do an oil change. Coming up mine and my wife's anniversary. So, all right. Let's figure it out. So, all right. So hopefully you can see this. It's going to be right here. The skid plate's there. As you can tell, I've already nicked it a few times because where I ride is very rocky. So, hey, what, Peanut? Can you just give me a minute while I'm underneath it? I don't want you to be on it, okay?
Why?
And plus, with all this off, with the big seat off, I don't want you up there, okay? So just pop it loose. As you can tell, it wasn't that tough. And then get ready to get some oil on you. Yeah, here it is. That doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad at all. But like I said, first oil change. So the book calls after the first month, 20 hours, 100 miles, or 150 kilometers, I think it is, whatever comes first. So I'm doing the 1 month deal because if you watch my other videos, as you can tell, I'm kind of anal when it comes to my doing an oil change. I mean, what does it take? 20 minutes, 15 minutes if you're not doing a video. Do an oil change, save your engine, save your parts. And there you go. You won't have any issues down the road. So, as stated before, I buy replacements for things before I know I needed them. I think my wife's gonna come out here too. Abby, go tell mommy I'm doing a video. Thank you, Peanut. So I'm gonna replace it now. That's where this guy goes. I don't have a part number for it, but so as you can see, it's already crushed. There's a line in there already. Hence the reason why I get these every time. So another crush. It's made to crush. Gives you a better seal. Just tell mommy I'm doing a video, okay? Okay. You can stay over there. You'll be fine. All right. That's still draining down there. Now I want to have it off. I'm going to check the air filter because every time I take the seat off, I always check it. Once again, look at that, nice and clean. Perfect. Once again, air filters are cheap. Replace them before you replace your engine. There you go. Now, what do I do with the wrench? I think the socket's down there. For this other side, These three guys here. Looks like an 8. So far you need a 17 for the drain plug. I think I'm gonna need an 8 for the you know what I mean. The oil filter plugs. I think I'm gonna need an 8. I'm gonna grab a couple extra paper towels to lay down, because Honda is nice to make great products. Sometimes they do things like this crazy noise here. You gotta take the skid plate off if you want this little bit of oil that gets out to drain straight down. So I'm just gonna do this to try to save the oil mess. Now with this, you don't wanna loosen up one, take it all the way out, loosen up the next one, take it all the way out, loosen up the third one, take it all the way out. This is spring loaded, right? So inside the casing, it goes to your oil filter, and then there's a spring on the other side, just like on the bike video. So if you take one all the way out, another one all the way out, you're putting a lot of pressure down here in the bottom, and you're also kind of tweaking it to the angle. So you just want to do one at a time. So just break it. Doesn't take a whole lot of pressure here. Break all 3 of them. And I take the bottom one out, because the 2 top ones are going to keep it. So I'll just take it. Take it out. See, as you can see, it's already coming off. So I'll go little by little. It may be tedious, may not have to do it, but I'll tell you one thing. I haven't had any issues. Once again, it's a Honda 2020 TRX420FM1 Rancher. So those are off, and like I said, it's spring loaded, so just try not to have it blast right off. I don't know if you can see it, but it don't look too bad. This side, handspring towards the engine. Reminds me of Claymores, you know what I mean? This side towards enemy. And that just pops right off. All I'm doing here is just holding this bottom and pushing up with my thumb to pop that rubber seal out of here. Remember, put that down outside up, or inside up, I mean. I'll grab some more paper towels. Once again, I don't own the rights to the video or the music. I own the rights to the video. I'm doing the video. The music. I knocked my spring down a little bit. So luckily, with these, they're not like bikes where you have to put grease on them or lay the bike down or anything like that. You can just, there's a little bracket in there. There's a little bracket in there. I don't know, hopefully you can see it, but. Did you find some bubble wrap, Peanut? Oh, those are good ones. You can go ahead and pop them if you want. If you have PTSD, don't listen to it right now, because my daughter's popping some bubble wrap. So that's that part. Good job, Peanut. Oh, you got more. Where did you get all those? What? That's crazy. I didn't. Oh, okay. Let's see here. I think it's 225 in the manual for your, if you're looking up. What's it torque them to? There we go. There we go. So page 233 is going to give you specs on torquing and everything. So your engine oil filter, 7 foot-pounds. 7 foot-pounds. So gotta bring this. It's 10. All right, let me just go. All right. 5, 6, 7. Sorry, singing, but get over it. All right. So now that we have this off, take a good look at the O-ring. O-ring looks good right now. I'm happy with it. So that's the big O-ring. The little O-ring, hopefully you can see it. It's right there. So the little O-ring goes right here on the engine itself. All right, now let's put it back together, eh? I'm not actually Canadian, I don't know. Sometimes I do that, you know, pitter patter. Rubber seal mount, this side to the outside. Put it right in there. This side and spring towards the engine. It's pretty dummy proof. I shouldn't say that, there's people out there that can't read. So yep. So the seal on the oil filter goes to the housing, the cover I should say, and then the spot where it doesn't have the O-ring on there goes towards the engine up against the spring. So just get it in there. You have to push on it and start lining up some bolts here. And try to hold it to where it's going. And just kind of like how I took it off, did back and forth. So right now I'm just applying pressure with my broke hand, well, my strong hand. Now, yeah, just finger tight. So that way they're kind of all the same. You don't want to ruin that O-ring now that you got it back in there. And don't cross thread these. So if you start to turn them, the nuts here, and or the bolts, and they don't go, or they only go a couple turns, and it gets real hard, and you're like, wow, you know, I got a ways to go before it should be getting hard. That means you're cross threading it. Stop and pull out. Because once you go all the way in, you get them tight on there, you got to re-tap it, and oh boy, it turns into a big, big mess. Make sure you're on. My hands are very oily right now. So I'm just going to tighten it down a little bit. See, I'm not tightening it. Just enough so the ratchet will actually start ratcheting. No pressure. Because watch. Come on. Come on. And just go nice and light. See? And now it's just 2 fingers. So make sure you don't go crazy with it. 2 fingers. And then just come back and make sure. Again, 7 foot-pounds for that. So you don't need a whole lot of pressure deal there. And then, that's the only problem with these oil changes, getting oil all over your hands. And then, oil drain bolt, 18 foot-pounds. So set this to 18. $15, $16, $17, $18. So that's set for 18 for me. Almost done, folks. Whoops. Nothing, Peanut. Daddy spilled a little oil. So just go in there slowly. Like I said, should be able to spin it quite a bit. I guess I wasn't done draining when I did the oil filter. It's all right, I got speedy dry. So finger tight. Get your torque wrench back in there. So nice and slow. 18. Want a good wipe down, so that way when you put oil into it, you'll be able to see if it's dripping. Oh, apologize for that. Hopefully you can still see me pretty good. That's the top of the quad. Had to take it off so I can do what I need to do. So now everything's on. That's on. So now, put the oil back into her. Take this guy off. Wipe it down. Careful, Peanut, don't play on that, okay? All right. You were just feeling it? Okay. So put that like that. What are you trying to do? Oh, okay, go ahead. Say, excuse me. Or don't. Love you, Peanut. Wow, I don't even get a love you back. All right, 2.9 quarts. Hey, what? Oh boy, I'll clean it when I'm done here, okay? Thank you, Daddy. What? Oh, okay, give me 1 second. I don't want to drop this funnel. Okay, go ahead. All right, so that's one. This is going to be the second one. That's just like it's like tree fuzz. Don't put it in your. Oh, I thought you. Oh, your soup. I thought you said your shoe. So why would you put that in your shoe? All right, so almost all of this, but not all because it's 0.9. Because nobody can make it 3 or 2.5. I always got to go 0.9s or 0.4 or 0.3. A little butthurt over that, so. What? Are you sitting on the seat? Yeah. You silly Willy.
Is that oil?
It is oil.
Where does it go?
It goes into the engine to keep everything lubricated so it can move around without breaking. Cool, huh?
So you can keep it on so it can pull it out battery?
No. It keeps it so the engine doesn't seize up and stop working.
If oil controls make it move?
No, the engine makes it move and the drive chain makes it move. The oil keeps everything, all the metal from overheating and whatnot and like getting stuck. You want to take a nap somewhere?
Yes.
Sure, be my guest. All right, so now the only thing I have to do is put the dipstick back in, let it set for probably about 5 minutes or so. Then I'm gonna start it up and we can go. Like I said, kind of premature here, but the book said 1 month. We've had this for about a month. As you say, hello Honda. Hopefully you can see anyways. I've got 55 miles, so that's halfway from what they say. 7.4 hours, which they recommend 20 hours. 45 miles, which they want 100 miles. So early on everything except for the 1 month deal. What, on my foot?
No, that. What is that?
What is what?
That.
That what? Walk over and talk to that what? Oh, that's just my socks inside out right there. That's all. So it's the picture, but the inside of it. Silly, huh? And that's how I'm going to get the funnel back off. So it's going to seal it up. Wait, probably 5-10 minutes. Check it. And if we're good to go, we're good to go. If not, then I'll be back. But I think once again, it's a video on oil change on the Honda 2020 Rancher 420 FM1. I didn't get the ES. I didn't want the electric shift. I like it by your foot. Doing it by foot. I don't like too much electrical stuff. The seat, like I said, is aftermarket. I got this at Rocky Mountain ATV Parts. It is the Moose seat. It's pretty nice. Both sides open up. That side opens up. This side opens up. A lot of, and it goes in. Not until I get the top back on, okay, Peanut? I promise. And then the biggest thing is why I got it is it has handles for my daughter here. Cushion seat, cushion back. And fortunately it says, do not use seat while vehicle is in operation for stationary use only. Which, that's just them so they can't get sued, because when you buy this thing, it doesn't come with pre-cut holes. You got to drill your own holes. And where I did it to was the back rack, same as the front rack. There's these two bars right here. And then the U-bolts through it. It's steady, it ain't going anywhere. I'd rock it, but I'm waiting for the oil to settle. All right, once again, I'm Bat Yodi. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for some more videos. As you can tell, my 300 over there is hurting. I'm gonna do some more work with her. I just did a tie rod and everything on it. But then the 230R, that's coming up for its second oil change. Another video. See how much metal's in it. All right. Thank you for watching.